EAS Practice Paper 2, Maths Non-Calculated. So, a quadrilateral with diagonals that are equal in length. So, square is the only shape that has diagonals which are equal in length. Second question, we are looking at rotational order symmetry 2. So that means when I spin this round, it looks the same in two places. That will be a kite. Write down the coordinates of the centre of rotational symmetry of the rhombus. So the rhombus would need to be right in the centre to rotate. So you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 squares across there. So actually the centre would be in line with the second square. And then it's 3 squares high, so it would be halfway up. And that would give me, so when I spin it around, I'd get the same every time. So it's going to be at 6, 4.5. Don't worry too much about this page. It's very uncommon. Intersection of diagonals of the kite. So the two diagonals of the kite are as follows. And they intersect at this point here, so that is 5 minus 4. Find the highest common factor of 36 and 90. So 36 is made from 2 times 18. 18 is 2 times 9. Shouldn't circle that one. And then 9 is 3 times 3. And then 90 is 2 times 45. 45 is 5 times 9. And 9 is 3 times 3 again. So from the Venn diagram, we have 36 on one side and 90 on the other side. We have a 2 in both lists. We have a 3 in both lists. And we have another 3 in both lists. Now, for completion's sake, we'd have a 5 over here and we'd have a 2 over here. The highest common factor is all the numbers in the middle together. So it's 2 times 3 times 3, which is 18. Lowest common multiple of 4 and 6. If we have such small numbers, just list a few and you'll find quite quickly that the lowest common multiple is 12. Evaluate this sum. So 2.5 divided by 10 is 0.25. 2 3/4 is the same as 2.75. And then we need to square that. So we get 3 inside the bracket squared, which is 9. Express this as a fraction in its simplest form. So 15 times 4 is 60. So on the top, we have 3 decimal points in the question, so we need 3 in the answer. So this is 0.060 divided by 60. So if that looks a bit complicated, times it by 100 just to get rid of the decimal point at the top. So we get 60 divided by 6,000. If we times top and bottom by 100, cancel the zeros, we're left with 6 over 600, which is the same as 1 over 100, which is in its simplest form. Describe fully the transformation. So we can see that this has been reflected. So it is definitely a reflection. And then we need to find the point where the mirror line was, which if we draw a line here, we can see there are 3 squares here, 3 squares there. So that is the line x equals 1. Enlarge this by a scale factor of 3 using C as the centre. So this corner is currently 1 square from C. So when we enlarge it, it will be 1, 2, 3 from C. So that's this corner. This one is 1 across and 4 down. So that's going to be 3 across and 12 down. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that will be the next corner. And then the final corner here is currently 1, 2, 3, 4 across and 1 down. So that will become 12 across. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 1, 2, 3 down. So that's here. And then we join up those 3 points to produce the enlarged triangle, which is a scale factor of 3 from the point C. Question 4, find angles A, B, C and D. So I'm going to turn the diagram this way because then I can see the parallel lines a bit clearer. That shows me that there is an F angle between 52 and A, so I get that A is 52 degrees. I can see that another F angle would allow this to be 52, and then a C angle between here and here tells me that B would be 180 minus 52, which is 128. These are vertically opposite, so this would be 128 degrees as well. This would be 88 because it's vertically opposite the 88 here, and then a backwards F tells me that E is also 88 degrees. Now D is the most complicated. I have another C angle here, which tells me in here I have 92 degrees. This is 52, which tells me in here I have 128 degrees. So then this angle here would be 180 away from 92, which is 88. This angle here would be 180 away from 120, which is 52. Add these together, I get 140. So then D, as this is a triangle, would be 40 degrees. You only need to put them in there, but for the sake of you don't see it, I'm going to leave it like that. Question 5. All prime numbers have more than 2 factors. That is false, because the definition of a prime is that it has exactly 2 factors. All square numbers have an odd number of factors. This is true, and the reason being, factors are always in pairs. Now that would suggest you can only ever have an even number of factors. However, a square number, by definition, is the answer to a number times by itself, which means you have a repeated factor. So we have pairs all the way plus the repeated one, which gives you an odd number of factors. Right, then the smallest number, 24, needs to be multiplied by to make a perfect square. So we do the product of primes for 24, 2 and 12, 2 and 6, 2 and 3. We write this in index form, 2 cubed times by 3. Now, to be a perfect square, all of these powers need to be even. So I would have to multiply this by 2 to get it to a power 4, and I'd have to multiply it by 3 to make this a power 2. So overall, I am multiplying by 6 to make a perfect square. Right, 12 over 99 is a recurring decimal. Work out the division, 99 into 12. Obviously it doesn't go, so we're going to need point zeros. So 99 into 12 doesn't go. 99 into 120 will go once with 21 left over. 99 into 210 will go twice, and that comes to 198, so we have 12 left over. And 99 goes into 120, we've already established once, with 21 left over, and you can see the pattern is repeating, so the recurring decimal is 0.12, and they both recur. 0.025 as a fraction in its simplest form. So 0.025 over 1 is in effect what we have there. I'm going to times this by 10, 100, 1,000. So I get 25 over 1,000. Then I cancel it down. So 5 goes into 25 5 times, and 5 goes into 1,000 200 times. And that won't go any smaller, so it is 5 over 200. Question 7, y equals x. Now, using transformation of graphs, if we have a number plus stuck on the end, the whole graph will simply shift 3 up. So instead of going through at 0, it will go through at 3, because if we think of y equals mx plus c, c is the intersection, so it will go through at 3, and that would be your line. You don't need to draw it, but that's how it would work. Minus x means that instead of going this way, it's going to go this way, and that would be described as a reflection in the x-axis. So everything currently below will flip to be above, and above will flip to be below. So 2 spinners are spun, and the score is the total number shown. There are 2 different game cards, A and B. A game is played, and you have to decide which one is more likely to win. So if we look at all the possible outcomes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So they're added, so we get 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 1 plus 3 is 4, 5, 6. 2 plus 1, so we're going to get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are all the possible combinations you can get when you spin those 2 spinners. Now, to find out which one's more likely, we need to see whether the probability of getting 2, 3, 9, and 10 is bigger than the probability of getting 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 2, 3, 9, and 10, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of a possible 25 options, which will land those 4. To get 4, 5, 6, and 7, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 16 out of 25 chances to score those points, so we are more likely to win with game card B. Question number 9, colour in the Venn diagrams. A union B. So it's A and B, which is this bit, or it could be A or B, which means we colour in the entire amount. This says the intersection of A and B, but not. So this is everything apart from that intersection. So we're going to colour in the entire Venn diagram apart from that intersection. So here we have not A and or B. So we can't have A, but we can have and B, which would be this bit. or B. So not A and B would be just in here, and then not A or B means we include this bit as well.